Imagine it's late evening. A quiet apartment building in Alexandria. It's humid, sticky. You can almost feel it.
And inside, on the stairs, maybe heading home, a neighbor's son hears something.
Not just noise, something.
Yeah.
Violent, muffled, heavy banging coming from the dental clinic on the lower floor.
Right. An apartment converted into a clinic. The door's locked. You can't see in, but the sound itself, it's pure panic. Chaos.
And behind that door, two men, Dr. Naji Hilmi Al-Shafei, the dentist, and Saeed, his business partner.
If you can call it that. Their criminal partnership had just imploded. Saeed had just laid down the ultimate threat. Utterly terrifying.
Tell us, what was the threat?
Fail me, he basically said, and I splash fire acid on your daughter's face.
Oh, my God.
Exactly. Corner, family friend, all bets are off. Naji, he reacted instantly. Primal fear.
What did he do?
He grabbed the nearest thing, heavy, a big glass fire extinguisher, and he just swung.
Hit Saeed.
Crushing blow to the head. Saeed went down, collapsed.
That wasn't the end of it, was it?
No. Naji needed absolute certainty. He moved from, blunt force to something else, something chillingly precise.
He uses tools.
His medical scalpel, an instrument meant for healing. He stabbed Saeed again and again until there was no doubt he was dead.
A dentist's clinic turned into that. It's a shocking end.
Or maybe the inevitable end. There's this phrase used to describe Naji's whole life path after graduation. Shamal, meaning every single step he took was off the track, deviant, wrong.
So this deep dive, it's about him. Dr. Naji, the respectable professional who somehow ends up running this dark enterprise.
Yes, this so-called trait of honor, how ambition, greed, this off-the-track mentality led from dentistry to brutality, and finally to murder.
Okay, let's go back. How does a dentist even get involved in something like the trait of honor? We need to start at the beginning, early 2000s.
Right after graduation. And here's the key thing. Naji never really wanted to be a dentist. His dream was human medicine.
So dentistry was second choice.
A fallback. And crucially, he wasn't motivated by, helping people. He wanted the status, the perceived wealth that comes with being called doctor, that instant respect, that money.
But legitimate dentistry, it doesn't work like that, does it? It's not instant wealth.
Not at all. He realized pretty quickly that real success, the kind he craved, took years. Building a reputation, further study, serious capital investment for a top clinic, it was just too slow.
He wanted a shortcut.
A fast track, illegal money. And he saw that dentistry itself. Well, it didn't offer many shady avenues, unlike human medicine.
Which had its own black markets.
Exactly. Organ trafficking, sure, but also what became his specialty? A trait of honor. We're talking prohibited abortions and virginity restoration surgeries, procedures tapping into some really complex societal pressures.
So how does he learn this trait? He's just a dentist.
He starts his career properly in a public health unit, but he's not really focused on teeth. He's plotting, looking for an in.
And he finds one.
Took him 2 years. He found, the description is just a vile gynecologist. This guy specialized in every illegal procedure you can imagine.
Why?
Ran a clinic that was basically a black market surgery, zero hygiene, ready for anything illicit. And Naji saw this criminal as a role model.
A role model. That tells you everything about his mindset right there.
It really does. It wasn't just about money. It was a complete surrender to the dark side, you could say. Greed over absolutely everything else.
So the double life begins.
Yep. Works for this gynecologist, completely off the books, dentist by day, helping with these illegal surgeries by night.
And they needed clients. How did that work?
They built a network fast, used brokers, basically smugglers, fixers, people with deep ties into Alexandria's prostitution networks.
So the brokers would bring the girls.
Exactly, for the virginity restoration surgeries mostly. And let's talk money, because this explains the allure for Naji.
Okay.
The price was 15,000 Egyptian pounds per operation. That's 15,000 EGP.
And this is the early 2000s. That's a fortune.
Huge, absolutely huge. And the split was 10,000 for the doctor, 5,000 for the broker.
And they were doing these often.
Constantly. They were raking it in, making sums of money Naji couldn't have dreamed of earning legitimately in, a decade, maybe more.
That kind of money?
Yeah.
It changes things, gives you confidence, maybe too much confidence.
Oh, definitely. By 2007, Naji wasn't just assisting anymore. He'd mastered the procedures. He was fast. He was discreet. His reputation actually grew among the brokers.
So they started asking for him, not the older doctor.
Yeah. They wanted Naji specifically. The senior guy, the vile gynecologist, he actually became dependent on Naji, often just left him to do the surgeries alone.
Okay, I see where this is going. Naji's doing all the risky work.
Most of it, yeah. But still getting the smaller cut, technically working for the other guy.
And Naji's greed wouldn't let that stand for long.
Not a chance. He decided, right, time to cut out the mentor, keep the lion's share. But he needed the clients. He needed the network.
Which the old gynecologist controlled.
Well, the brokers did. So Naji needed a new partner, someone higher up in that world.
Enter Saeed.
Exactly. Saeed was described as one of Alexandria's biggest dealers in the specific honor trade. Massive connections. He saw Naji skilled, young, maybe easier to control than the older doctor.
So they partnered up, cut out the original guy.
Yep. Now, the massive profits were split just two ways, between Naji and Saeed.
Okay, so Naji needs his own place now. But he can't just open a dodgy gynecologist clinic. He's a dentist.
Precisely. So this is where the deep deception really kicks in. 2007, he opens his own private dental clinic.
What's completely legitimate.
From the outside, yes. All the proper dental chairs, equipment, waiting room, everything you'd expect. But behind locked doors, 2 extra rooms, hidden.
What were they for?
One was the operating room, for the dirty operations, as they called it.
And the second room?
It had a bed in it for patient recovery. Right there inside the dental clinic.
A bed in a dental office.
Yeah.
That alone is incredibly suspicious if anyone noticed.
You'd think so, but he pulled it off. Think about the compartmentalization required. The sheer nerve.
And he kept this up for how long?
8 years. From 2007 to 2015, living this complete double life. He and Saeed apparently moved clinic locations several times, for security. Standard procedure for criminals.
And during all this time, he gets married, has a family.
A wife, kids,
Right.
who believed he was just a very successful, very legitimate dentist. Imagine the stress of maintaining that lie for almost a decade.
It's unbelievable. The constant fear of discovery must have been immense.
Absolutely. Living that kind of lie, it takes a toll. Maybe that's why in 2015, maybe he just made enough money, or maybe the strain was too much.
Yeah.
He decided he was out.
He told Saeed he was retiring.
Yeah. Closed the clinic, said he was done with the whole thing permanently, promised he'd keep quiet, wouldn't expose anything.
And Saeed agreed.
Reluctantly. Saeed probably figured he could find another surgeon eventually. So Najin walks away, opens a new dental practice, totally above board, different area. Looks like he's finally gone straight.
But it wasn't true, was it?
Not for long. Just 4 months later, Saeed gets wind of something. He's conducting business in a brothel, apparently.
Okay.
And one of the girls there mentions she just had the operation.
The restoration surgery.
Yes. And guess who performed it?
Naji.
Dr. Naji. At his new, legitimate clinic. And here's the kicker. She paid less than Saeed's network charged.
So Naji didn't retire. He just cut Saeed out. He went solo.
Exactly. He'd learned enough, built enough contacts maybe, thought he could run it all himself. He even hired his own secretary to act as his personal broker, apparently a woman he knew from her past work in brothels.
That's incredibly brazen, going behind Saeed's back like that.
Reckless is the word. Saeed, of course, found out immediately and confronted him.
How did Naji explain that?
He tried to lie his way out of it, claimed it was a one-off, a favor for an old patient, wouldn't happen again.
Did Saeed buy it?
Saeed pretended to, played along, but instantly he forced Naji back into the partnership. Naji had no choice, really.
No.
Saeed controlled the main flow of clients.
So they're partners again, but the trust is gone. It must have been hostile.
Completely toxic. Saeed never trusted him again. And apparently Saeed started gathering dirt on Naji during this period. Compromise. Insurance! To make sure Naji couldn't try to break away again.
How long did that last, this forced partnership?
3 more years. Until 2018, Naji must have been desperate.
He tries to disappear again.
Yes. Closes the clinic, vanishes. This time he moves to an apartment near that old public health unit where he first started his career. Kind of full circle in a grim way.
And the clinic this time.
He doesn't even bother with the proper medical building facade. He sets up the clinic inside a regular residential apartment, trying to just blend in completely.
But that seems even riskier, doesn't it? Neighbors notice things in apartment building.
They absolutely did. The operation was just too weird to go unnoticed. Neighbors picked up on strange things.
Like what?
The secretary, for one. Her appearance was described as worn out, which caught attention. The clinic hours were all over the place, sometimes morning, sometimes late at night. Erratic.
And the bed. Did they notice the bed again?
Oh, yeah. During setup, someone saw a bed being delivered to the dental office. That was a huge red flag for the neighbor.
So Saeed finds him again. It was inevitable.
Took about 3 months at this time. Saeed goes to the new apartment clinic. Naji isn't there.
What does Saeed do?
He leans hard on the new secretary, threatens her badly, leaves a message for Naji. I know where you are. I'll be back soon.
Naji gets the message. He knows Saeed is coming.
Yes, and he knows this confrontation will be different, more dangerous. So, before Saeed arrives, Naji dismisses his secretary, sends her home. He faces Saeed alone.
And the confrontation happens. Late evening again.
Saeed walks in, no discussion, no preamble, just immediately slaps Naji hard across the face, accuses him, rightly, of running solo operations again.
And then comes the threat.
The threat about his daughter, the fire acid, that specific, horrifying detail.
That was the breaking point. The moment everything changed for Naji.
The moment the off-the-track journey reached its final destination, he saw red. The man who'd chased illicit wealth for over a decade suddenly had something real, something precious to protect.
The fire extinguisher.
The heavy glass fire extinguisher. The blow to the head, and then the scalpel, turning the tools of his trade into weapons.
And all this noise. The initial struggle. The neighbor's son heard it earlier.
Right. While Naji is dealing with the body, trying to dismember it, the neighbor whose son heard the banging comes knocking.
What does Naji say?
He lies, claims a patient had a seizure or fainted, fell heavily during a difficult tooth extraction, something like that. He works through the night trying to dispose of the body parts in bags, scattering them.
But you can't hide something like that easily.
Yeah.
Especially not the smell.
Exactly. The next day, the clinic stays closed, locked up tight. But the smell, it starts to permeate the building. It's unmistakable. Powerful.
The neighbor who was already suspicious.
Yeah. He knows something is deeply wrong. He calls Naji and basically gives him an ultimatum. Tell me what's going on, explain the noise, explain this god-awful smell, or I'm calling the police right now.
What does Naji do? He's cornered.
He completely breaks down, panicked, maybe seeing no way out. He confesses everything over the phone, tells the neighbor his entire criminal history, the surgeries, the partnership with Saeed, and the murder.
You confess to the neighbor.
The whole sordid story. But the neighbor, he was smart. He didn't react with horror, not outwardly.
What did he do?
He pretended he wanted to help Naji, feigned sympathy, said he'd help with the cover-up, but only if Naji came back to the apartment building immediately and let him see inside the clinic first, see the situation for himself.
A trap.
A very clever trap. Naji, desperate, maybe thinking he'd found an ally, agrees. He comes back, hands over the clinic key to the neighbor.
The neighbor stalls him.
Keeps him talking upstairs while he and two other residents go down and unlock the clinic door.
What did they find?
The smell hit them like a wall. Blood stains everywhere. And then, the remains. Some in the bathtub. Bags of body parts in a refrigerator.
Oh, God. They called the police immediately, I assume.
Instantly. The whole community was just rocked, shell-shocked. This seemingly respectable dentist, Dr. Naji, living amongst them, had been running this horrifying secret operation for over 11 years.
And the end result.
Arrested, convicted, the evidence was overwhelming, especially with his confession. He was sentenced to death.
It all comes back to that phrase, doesn't it? Shamal, off the track. From day one,
Just
almost.
step. From wanting medicine for the status, not the service, to settling for dentistry but hating its slow path, finding that corrupt mentor, embracing the illegal trade, the betrayals.
It really makes you think, what is it inside someone? Ambition, greed, maybe fear, that lets them make choice after choice like that, compromising everything, ethics, reputation, family safety, life itself.
It's a chilling question. Was the final act, the murder, just this isolated explosion of violence born from a specific threat? Or was it simply the last, most extreme, off-the-track decision on a path he chose years and years ago, the moment he decided illicit money mattered more than anything else? That's the dark trajectory we're left contemplating.